Oh my God.
Just double quote, right?
That's funny.
That's it. That's it. That's programming. Sometimes it's just so surprising.
I spent so much time trying to fix it. I understand the thing so well because I looked at every line of that code and really analyzed it. So I'm like an expert at something.
Okay, great. We have a one extra TA here. He finally solved the final bug. Is because the double quote. We need to put
Still have to play the
certain
operator.
places. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something called small program. After small program, we're going to use whatever remaining time to do this. Okay, use the remaining time to take care of homework 3 as the highest priority, and the rest of that for today. Again, I will stay here after the discussion hour. If you have any question, it's always I'm so happy that all of you stay after the class and asking your question. I feel that I appreciate the hard work, the effort you put it in. And I think you actually learned through that process about some of the just little things that sometimes it goes a long mile. Okay, so I'm going to talk about something called small program submission. So the small program submission, the purpose, it counts 20%. I totally have about 38 of them we can actually go through. The thing is, the purpose of the small program is make sure that instead of writing the homework assignment, which you read a lot, I want you to at least go through the most critical example in the textbook. At least you actually touch them, you download them, you actually compile them, and you run them. By the way, at least one of them, after you compile, you probably have to fix a bug. So after you've done that, you actually will submit the result to the small program server. And the small program server will check whether the result you got is actually expected and matched. If it matched, it will record a point for you. So totally there are 36. You only need to finish about 20 to get that 20%. So it's really an opportunity for you to just to force you to actually try all this small program. Like the program we used this morning on the exceptional handling. It's like that kind of program. Okay, so I'm going to use this to show you what it is. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Am I recording right now? I hope so. Okay. Let me move this thing somewhere and move this thing here. Oh, again, using this one, you need to use a library VPN. Just let you know, you need to have a library VPN in order for you to work on this thing. I'm going to create a different directory. Make directory client. I will call it small programs, small program underscore client. Okay, so I create a directory and I'm actually going to give you a program. Let me actually just get it. Oh, sorry. Wow. Okay, this is the program spclient.cpp. So I'm going to copy / small program spclient.cpp here. Okay, so now I have this program. I will do g++ spclient.cpp -o spclient. I hope this will work. What? JSON file minus std is equal C++ 14. Oh, this one is Ubuntu. Ubuntu is different. Ubuntu, I have to do. Can someone help me? I have to do minus I whatever. I'll cheat. I will cheat. That's easy. I have this makefile here. Yeah, I have to add this one, right? Ubuntu, I have to do this. In fact, I already have a makefile there. Let me just copy the makefile here. cp small program / makefile here. I always forgot to put a dot. Okay, now I have a, so I would just say, okay, no rule to make, wait a minute, why I'm actually getting this? You know what? Let's try to see why, what did I do? Another program there, JSON.c. Oh, I do have JSON.c. I have to move. I forgot about that. Sorry about that. I have to move JSON.c and H here. So I will actually give you all of this. All right. So now I'm going to make SP client. Okay, now I finally got it done. So I have this SP client. So if you run the SP client, it's actually going to ask you a few things. There are two options. One is you actually request a program that you're going to develop. And the second one is submit. So the first one, request, is using IP address, port number, BSID. And the second part is essentially the same thing, but then you're going to give the URL that's related to that program on GitHub and what's your output file. So I'm going to show you how it works. Let's do the first one. So do the first BSID. Let me see. I think I still have that BSID. Oh, I don't have that BSID anymore. Don't worry. I put it here. ecs36b homework 2 / BSID 2021. Okay, so the first BSID is my BSID. You can see all your BSID is there. Oh, don't try to look for other people's BSID on this video, okay? All right, so I'm going to run this. SP client has three things. The first one is, I would say 169.237.6.10, 102, sorry. Port number for small programs is 95599. Okay, is the first homework is 95600. So -1 is port number 95599. And then just put the BSID, and then you're going to get this. So what's actually received a request is actually giving me the next program. What's the next program you're going to do? You see that there's a URL, and it says end with ex11018. That's the program. If you copy and paste, let's do a copy and paste this one. If you do a copy, too much. If you do copy and paste, okay, you see that here is your program that's actually in the homework, your textbook, chapter 11. And this directory has 3 files, box.cpp, box.h, ex11018. Let's actually download all of them. I'm not going to download that because I already have it somewhere, because now I am on this machine. But I'm actually going to generate a file. I already have the output. Let me just take the output here. cp / small program. I already run this program earlier. 01A, I believe. Okay, I already have this output. So this output, just show you what it looks like, is basically the program that's we just executed. But I think I still better show you how to do this at least once. All right, let me see where I put it. Okay, I think I know where it is. CD, I believe I put it under book. Yes. Add master CD 97 exercise. So I already download everything from the GitHub. So I just call, oh, this is solution. Sorry. Wrong directory. Source code 97 source code. Okay. Chapter 11. CD chapter 11. CD, you see that there is an exercise 01A is over here. All right. So, well, I already modified this code. I hope this will work. So you have those three files, but I actually probably changed some of that. But anyway, what I did is I have to compile this code, and typical way to compile this code is like this: G++ minus std is equal to C++ 14. And I will just say box.cpp and then ex1101a.cpp and minus O, I will just call it EE. Anything will be fine. Okay, so if you ask you this code, it will give you the output, right? You ask you the code, it's going to give you output. So I'm going to show you how you can do output redirection. So the way to do it is whenever you use a greater than. So basically everything that was actually generated by the std output, std out or c out, is going to send it to this, what we call output redirection. If you actually go to std arrow or CERR, C arrow, that's going to, I think it's output device 2. The std output is device 1, and 0 is a standard input or CM. Okay, so I'm actually going to get this, capture this is saying that ex11 a output. You can name any name you want. Okay, so now I'm actually capture the output. So now we can actually submit this output. What did I do? Oh, 11A output. Yeah. So you can see that I'm actually capturing this output in the file. Now I'm going to submit that file. Okay, so now I'm going back to the window I had over here. I'm going to do some submission. All right, so I'm going to do, again, I have a 2 option, right? One option is IP address, port number, VSID, but the other option, the second option is submission. I'm going to submit the result. So let me actually first submit the result. Look, let me actually modify one character. So tell you that, oh, your result is not exactly right. So assuming I change this to 1, okay? I just change 1 character. And then I'm going to run this program. So what I'm going to do, again, IP address 169.237.6.102, port number 95599, and the VSID, I'll do this. I'll use this VSID here. Here is a VSID, but the number 4 argument is the GitHub URL. I just copy, so I just Control V. That's the URL. And finally, that's the output. The output should be ex1101A out, but I modify 1 bit. So when I hit this, it's going to submit the server to tell server I'm actually running this program, and this is the result I got. And I'm expecting I got a fail here because the result is incorrect. That's very weird. No, it says I successful pass. Okay. Okay. Something is wrong. It's probably doing something. I'm fishing about this. Okay, don't worry. Let me actually try to do another one. Anyway, all right. That's embarrassing, but that's okay. But let's actually do next one, okay? Let's do next one. So when I do next one, you can see that now I'm actually getting the next program. This is ex2, right? This is ex2. Okay, let's try to run ex2. Okay, now I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm going to change this. I'll be really upset if I submit the homework 1 result. Sorry, 11A, and then for 2, it looks okay. So this one is the next homework because it actually checked what's my progress. I already finished 1101A, 1101A. So now I'm actually going to do 11012. So I'm going to submit the same result. It still says success. That's very strange. I have to check. There was something it's hard to say how do I fail, right? Let me try another one. No, I have to check. I have to check something else. Sorry about that. But that's okay. When I run it, because they know it's me, so it says okay. But when you run it, it will fail. Okay. So it discriminates who is doing this. Okay, I'm doing 03. Let me see what happened to this time. So I'm just changing this to 03. Still not working. Okay, I need to fix one thing, but let me tell you what happened after you submit. That's strange because the last year, my problem is that some of the students cannot get a fail. Cannot get a successful for some of the matching. But anyway, this is actually the file I'm actually recording. So I record this for every single student, but this one is my VSID. You can see that I'm actually recording when did I do what, and then it says result or match, okay? So basically you need to have 20 different programs. You can actually redo the same program, but the thing is that that is how you're going to do that. All right. Any question besides the result checking part didn't work? Yeah, I will send it through announcement. Yeah, that's good point. Yeah, I'm going to send it through the whole file in the announcement. Yes. Well, until the end of the quarter. Is that we only have 3 weeks until the end of the quarter? Yeah, you can submit it until the last day of final. That would be fine. You don't have to. Some of the students actually get it done like during the final weeks because they just don't have time to do that. But you should do that as early as possible. It shouldn't take you too much time, especially if I haven't fixed that. You can actually go through probably 1 to 20. 15 minutes, okay? Yes. What? Okay, I will provide, but typically you can see that the program itself is providing option. I'll expect you to just do compile it just .sp client, and then it will tell you which option. It's just 2 options: request and submission. Yeah. No, homework 3 is due this Friday. Homework 4 is due next Friday. So I sent out the announcement. You probably got it. Some of you are probably really busy. You haven't checked the announcement. So homework 4, I mean, just be realistic. Only like 1 student asked me any questions about homework 4. Which I don't believe that you all have no question for homework 4, which means that I want to make sure that you actually clear homework 3 by this Friday, all of you. I don't want to leave anyone behind. And then I'm optimistic, based on your spirit working on homework 3, you should be able to get homework 4 done like within 30 minutes after you start working on that. I mean, I'm honest, Homework 4 is really much simple than homework 3.
Okay. Do we have a class on Friday?
I assume so. We only have Thursday is a holiday, right? I didn't even know Thursday is holiday until this morning. Some people told me. I also announced the canvas. So office hour academic search moved to Wednesday. Moved to Wednesday in person from 11 to 2, but Thursday holiday, we still have office hour, but over Zoom. Because some of you might holiday, you might have some plan, you're meeting or whatever. Yeah. But we'll still have office hour on Thursday, but this Zoom. In fact, I just thank you for some of you remind me that we don't have it's an academic holiday or something. I didn't pay attention to that. Sorry about that. And basically, we don't have any activity on campus. I'm sure that day. So Friday we still have class, right? Because it's only one day. Okay. Any other question? All right, I'm going to turn off this recording.